Alrighty, everybody. Doing a mic test. And let me just make sure that everything is running smoothly and everything. And when we do, we're gonna begin our showdown of the two controllers and everything here on Brandon Plum Television. This is a BPT. Okay, well, thank you for that. Sorry about that. My phones are going off. I gotta put them on silent so it can shut up while I'm doing a live stream. You gotta love that. Gotta make sure that this is okay. Alright, so it looks like everything is working. And welcome everybody to the live stream here on YouTube. I am Plum, and I am here with a live stream for you all. I'm gonna put my phone on silence because I don't need my phones going off and everything and all that crap. So let me do that here. Do not disturb. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen. So how you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. And so anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm hearing myself. I don't know, but anyway. Okay, I can hear it. I don't know where that audio is coming from, but I do have it on mute. Okay, well, anyway. What the heck? Oh, it's coming out of my headphones. Okay, well, anyway. So welcome, everybody. Like I said, I am Plum for Brandon Plum Television. And today we're going to be talking about something really exciting. And that is, of course, Xbox wireless controller. The Series S and X versus the DualSense. And this is where I'm going to compare the two of their strengths and weaknesses and which one to get for the holiday season. If you obviously, care that much. And I certainly am as a gamer. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. And I am streaming this live on Audio Hijack and coming to YouTube. And that's how we're walking and rolling here on this Saturday afternoon on December 7th. Only about 18 more days until Christmas, and then 2024 will be over, and then 2025 and all the other stuff. But I don't want to think about 2025 right now. I want to talk about the controller. So, the Xbox controller, well, if you guys don't know, it's a system that came out in 2020, and alongside with it, Microsoft improved on the legendary controller, the Xbox controller. It all started from the original Xbox controller in 2001 to the Xbox 360 in 2005. The Xbox One in 2013, and now the Series S and X in 2020. One of the worst years, I'm not going to say of gaming, but the worst year in history. That's all I'm going to say. So anyway, the Xbox versus the PlayStation. So both of these systems came out in 2020, and eventually I didn't get either one of them until, well, I got one last year and the other one this year for my birthday. So I digress. So anyway, the Xbox wireless controller, it has a great design. As you would expect from a video game controller, because Microsoft knows how to make controllers. And although the one thing about these controllers, especially the 360 and the original and the Xbox One, the very first one that came out in 2013, not the OG, but the Xbox One, the big black one. The D-pad on the 360 and the Xbox One controller are garbage. I'm gonna say that in my own personal opinion, my own humble opinion, and everything. So I just want to be real with you guys. So it's my own opinion. You can be the judge of that, obviously. So so anyway, so the Xbox controller that we have this year, I can tell you the pros is that it has a phenomenal D-pad, which is awesome. It's a big improvement over the Xbox One controller and the 360. The buttons, they feel nice and responsive. They have that clickiness when you push on them. For that satisfied feel. And it has a share button, so if you want to record your game, your gameplay moment, you'll be able to do that more conveniently. And like I said, I happen to have an Xbox controller. I have two of them. One that came with a console, and the other one that I bought on eBay for $40, so I could use it on Android. And this controller has gotten a lot of use. Now, the great thing about both the Xbox controller and the DualSense, which we're going to talk about in a bit, is both of them not only work with the respective consoles, but the Xbox controller, the one advantage on the Xbox is that it works out of the box on Windows. So if you have Windows, this is perfect for Windows. It works on Windows 11, and it works on Windows 10. It works on Android. It works on iOS. So if you have an iPhone, you'll be able to use it. It works on Apple TV because Apple TV supports the Xbox controller. And it also works on the iPad, which is awesome. So this is a nice controller, and even though Apple does not sell the Xbox controller, and I don't know why, but you can actually get this controller at your favorite retailer, if it's Walmart or eBay. Just make sure that when you do get a controller, make sure it's the real thing and you don't get a fake, because eBay is well known for being fake. So you gotta be really careful on that, because that is really dangerous if you ever come across that. So really dangerous, and just be careful when you buy something like that. But anyway, so the Xbox controller works with that. It does work on the Mac, not wired, unfortunately, because I tried that, and the thing do not work on cable. It does work on the Mac. You have to pair it up via Bluetooth, and you're gonna need batteries in order to do this. So you're gonna need a set of batteries in order to use Bluetooth functionality. It does work on the Mac. You just need to pair it up via Bluetooth. Same with Apple TV, same with the iPad, iPhone, etc. So this Xbox controller has wide compatibility, and that's why I love the Xbox controller so much. And it has a great battery life too. On AA batteries, it's about 40 hours. So those are pretty much the pros, and now the cons. Oh, and by the way, some people are having analog drifting. I do not have any drifting on these controllers, because I had this for like a year to 2 years, and it still works fine. And this controller is built really well by Microsoft, and I absolutely love this controller. But like I said, every controller is not perfect, so obviously the cons is going to be the fact that It doesn't come with the battery, or should I say, the internal rechargeable battery. Now, it might be great because it's not internal, but at the same time, they give you two AA batteries when you buy the controller. And when the batteries run out, you have to get either some AA's or get a Xbox rechargeable kit that comes with a cable and the battery itself. The one I have is defect, has a defect battery. It doesn't work on this controller, so I think the one I got from Microsoft is probably a defect. So number one, it doesn't come with that. Now, if you want to get it, you have to spend $24.99, which is not a big deal. So, because like I said, the Xbox controllers are really cheap too, so it's not going to be a problem. Number two would be that the D-pad makes a lot of noise, so it's just unbearable. But I'm gonna do this for you guys, so I'm gonna do this right here. So that's one of the things about the Xbox controller, is that the D-pad is kind of noisy, especially when you're moving around quickly, like when you're doing a platforming or you're doing, whatever. So if I'm doing this, so let me just do this here. And yeah, so obviously the D-pad is, it's clicky and it's kind of loud, and it can get rather annoying too. So that's that to consider. But other than that, though, those are the only cons that I know about the Xbox controller. I'm gonna tell you, the price is not too bad. They usually go on sale all the time. They usually drop in price. This normally goes for $60, and you can get one for as low as $39.99. Because I saw it for $39.99 for the white one. It comes in multiple colors. The white one, the black one, the purple one that I want to get comes in Velocity Green. So there's two green colors for the Xbox. There's the white one, the black one, the red one, the blue one, the purple. I know there's one in pink. So for all the for the ladies out there, yeah, they have in pink controller as well. And yeah, now I saw this on Microsoft's website. Going for like $70. So they're gonna. Now I hope it's not true, but if this controller ever does go to $70, then that's gonna be a con, because I know people don't want to spend $70 on the controller, or $74.99. Well, no, not 70. $74.99 is what I meant, not 70. But still, $74.99 for this controller. And then if you gotta get a replacement, you're kind of screwed and out of luck, and you're not gonna be able to get another controller because of the high price tag. So if that ever happens, that's gonna be a con for me, because $74.99 for a controller is outrageous. Yeah, Sony, I'm talking to you, and I'm gonna get to you in a minute. But yeah, on the Microsoft store, it's $74.99 the last time I saw it. But if you get it at like Walmart, it's slightly cheaper at Walmart. So hopefully this controller doesn't be $74.99. I hope not, but I just don't know. But overall, this is an excellent controller. If you have an Xbox console, the Xbox One, the Xbox One S or the X, because this controller, let me take that off. The Xbox controller is compatible with all the Xbox consoles, the Xbox One, the Xbox One S, the X, and obviously the Series S and X. So this controller is compatible with every at spots one, which is phenomenal. Okay, I think I can still heal myself. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, yeah, so the Xbox controller, I love this controller. Like I said, pick it up at your favorite retailer. Just make sure that you get a real Xbox controller and not something that's, going to be fake or crap and anything. Because I will say this about third-party controllers. Let me see if I. Let me mute the thing. I can hear myself, and I don't know where that audio is coming from. I do have the iPad muted. Alright. It's driving me nuts, folks. Oh. It's my headphones. Okay. It's my headphones that's doing it. Alright, well, I'm gonna mute that without trying to end the stream. Alright, well, anyway. Nope, I did not. Let me mute that. Oh, let me just... Okay, well. Let me put that down. Alright, so can you guys hear me? Alright. So anyway, that's the Xbox controller. I love it a lot. And I would I would highly recommend it to everybody. It's an awesome controller. It's one of my favorite controllers ever. And let me be on the chat room here. Well, if I can type. BPT special. Okay, I'm going over. Alright, bear with me, folks. Xbox wireless controller versus the Sony DualSense. Alright. And I don't know if everybody's watching this stream or not. Well, I did send a link, so I don't know what's going on here. So anyway, the next one that I'm going to talk about, folks, is the what's the next one? Oh yeah, the Sony DualSense. The DualSense came out in 2020. So that's when the PS5 came out, and yeah, and it came out in 2020. And so here's what I have to say about the DualSense. The DualSense is a big improvement and a new generation of controllers, from the likes of DualShock 4 and DualShock 3. And I can tell you guys, I have owned every PlayStation known to man, from PlayStation from 1995 all the way up to PS5, and I held every controller I possibly had in my lifetime of owning a PlayStation console. We're talking DualShock, DualShock 2, 6-axis for the PS3, and then the DualShock 3, the DualShock 4, and the DualShock, not the DualShock 5, what am I talking about? The DualSense, excuse me. But anyway, so the DualSense, it's nicely designed, and I have two of them as well. I have the white one, which came with the system, and I have the purple one, which is the spiral color. And I am going to get me another DualSense, because I want to use this on Apple devices, because I'm going to tell you the compatibility. So bear with me as I'm going to send this to everyone so they can watch the stream or listen to the stream as I'm doing it right now. So let me go ahead and do that. But yeah, so the DualSense, I'm gonna just tell you guys, it's an awesome controller, and yeah, I would definitely, check out the controller if you're at a video game store like GameStop or you at Walmart. Check it out. So let me go ahead and do this. And okay, let me do this here. Okay, enough about that. So the DualSense has the signature PlayStation feel, the PlayStation buttons that you know and love, from 1995 when the PlayStation really dominated video games of the mid 90s. Because I was a PlayStation fan. I did not get a Sega Saturn. I got a PlayStation. And I'm glad I went with the PlayStation because I never looked back, because the PlayStation has awesome games and everything. And yeah, it was just awesome, to have a PlayStation game console. So I was a PlayStation boy instead of the Sega Saturn. Yeah. So anyway, it has a familiar button layout that you know and love of the PlayStation, the X, circle, triangle, and square that you know for 30 years. It has a great D-pad, although probably not as good as the others, but the D-pad is, solid. And unlike the Xbox wireless controller, the Series S and X, the noise is not too bad. You can hardly hear the noise on the D-pad on the DualSense, and it has nice button push, and and it's the high quality product from Sony. Now, the things of the DualSense that everybody's complaining about is the analog drifting. And I am happy to tell you I am not experiencing any analog drifting on the controllers and everything. I haven't had a drifting because I try to, make sure that my controllers are in, peak performance, and that way they don't get damaged and they don't get stepped on, and the analog sticks don't fall out of the place and all that stuff. I'm happy to report that I'm not having any issues with that. So the compatibility of the DualSense, it's compatible with Windows 10 and 11, but they recommend you plug it in hardwire, like a 10-foot USB-C cable. And the one I would recommend is the Anchor USB-C cable. Because I think they're better made than other brands out there, and they're braided, and they have a 10 feet that you plug into the controller, and then you plug it into your PC, because PCs nowadays have USB Type-C, so you can just plug it in and you be playing a game. So they recommend you use the wire for peak performance, but you can also use it Bluetooth if you want to. It works on Android. Just make sure you have Android 13 or higher. I think it's 13. No, it's Android 12 or higher. Yeah, that's right. Android 12 or higher. And it will work just fine. Some games probably won't work with it, but it does work with it, so that's pretty nice too. So the other compatibility, this controller is by far perfect for Apple devices, and if you know that person who has a Mac or an iPad or an iPhone or an Apple TV, tell them to get a DualSense, and because they will not be disappointed. Now, I know some of you guys are out there like, wait, can you use a DualSense on these Apple devices? Yeah, of course. I don't need to explain that to you. If you think I'm joking, which I'm not, you can check out the videos on YouTube on pairing a DualSense to a Apple device. Excuse me. So yeah, the DualSense is perfect for Apple devices. The DualSense works flawlessly with iPad, because I have an iPad 9 and I love my iPad a lot. The iPad is awesome for gaming. This is one of the greatest inventions that Apple has ever done. The iPad, it's awesome. So yeah, it works flawlessly on the iPad, and it works on Apple Arcade. So if you got a game on Apple Arcade that you want to play, like Hello Kitty, Island Adventure, or Tetris Beat, or any other Apple Arcade games, you can use the DualSense. So it works on iPad. It works on Macs. Every Mac that you can think of, the iMac, Mac Mini, even that awesome Mac Mini M4, which I love that computer. It's so tiny. How the heck do they do that? Make it so tiny. It's like they shrunken. It's like Honey, We Shrunk the Mac. A parody of the movie that I don't get me started on that movie. I don't want to hear it. But anyway, I better not go too far. But anyway, so it works on Macs. It works on iPad. It works on the iPhone. Works on Apple TV. So it is perfect for Apple. So it has a stamp of approval that if you have a Mac or an iPad, get yourself a DualSense. You will not be disappointed, because it pairs so well. It's like spreading peanut butter and jelly, and you put it on a 2 pieces of white bread or Italian bread. That's how good this is. Alright, so there you go on that. So that is that. So the pros, the buttons, they're nice and responsive. The analog sticks are great. The D-pad is really, really, really good. It comes in multiple colors, just like the Xbox. And it's just awesome. So that's pretty much that. And it has USB Type-C. Both of them have USB Type-C. And it has a internal battery. So when the battery dies, you just plug it in and it charges. So that's the pros. So now we get to the cons. The biggest con for the DualSense is its price tag, $74.99. It used to have been $69 until this year. And then when Sony jacked the price by $5, now it's $74.99 across many colors, like the white one, the Midnight Black, the Nova Pink, the purple one that I have, Cosmic Red, and I think that's pretty much that. And that turquoise baby blue, the Color Dreams blue color. So yeah, so all of that's $74.99, and the special ones are $79.99. And the 30th anniversary, if you can find it, it's $80. So it is ridiculous. $74.99 for a DualSense. Now, how the heck are you going to get another DualSense? Well, especially at the price point. And, you can't tell your parent, oh, well, I'm going to need a DualSense for my device. And then you tell them the price, and they'll be like, heck no, you're not. I'm not going to let you buy it. That's too much money. Well, what are you going to do in this situation, right? What are you going to do? So what are you going to do in this situation? When you have to, get it, right? I mean, come on. I don't know. It's just going to drive you nuts. It's going to drive you insane. And to tell them that it's $74.99, and they're just gonna flip out. No matter what, they're just gonna totally flip out when you tell them it's $74.99. But yeah, so the high price tag, That's a BidCon, and now I'm at 30 minutes as I'm doing this on audio hijack. So there you guys go. Um, oh, I tell you, it just drives me insane. But yeah, so that's number one. Number two, analog drifting could happen, but like I said, in my test, because I have the Popa one close to a year ish, like 6 to 10, 11 months, and it still is working really well. The buttons, it's all dirty and everything. It's dusty, but it works. So the analogs are working, great, but probably in the long run, they will probably wear out and it will probably have that drifting thing. So that's that to consider, and that is a con because I never had these drifting problems with all the Sony controllers I've ever had. Uh, I never had it on the DualShock 2, 3, the 6-axis, DualShock 4. I never had any problems with the controller, but it could happen. But I, don't have any problems with it, at the very least. So that's that. And number three would be the battery life. So I don't know what the battery life on it is, so I can't really say. But it's you have to keep constantly charging. When you leave the controller on by accident, and you leave it one and have the controller turned on and then you don't turn it off. But yeah, so overall, folks, the DualSense, it is a awesome controller, but not awesome for being $74.99, which is ridiculous. So it's on sale right now, but by the time this stream's over, it's going to be back to $74.99. There's no way getting around trying to find a good deal on a DualSense. So there's just no way. But yeah, so that's pretty much that, I guess. But anyway, you can be the judge. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so what do I think of these two controllers? They're both awesome. I can't say which one to get. It just varies on your preference. Whether you like the Xbox controller, and if it fits really well in your hands and it's going to perform every time you play a game, get an Xbox controller. If you love that PlayStation signature feel, and you've been a PlayStation fan all this time, like me, because I'm a PlayStation fan, then yeah, get a DualSense. So the bottom line is, I can't really say. So it's really up to you, because I love both of them. I know I'm kind of the guy that's just like, well, why do you like both of them? You got to pick a winner. Well, it's hard. Because as a lifelong gamer, well, I mean, what more do I have to say? I mean, I just don't have the words. I just don't have the answers, unfortunately. And I can't really make up my mind on which one I like the best. So you're just gonna have to, see which one you like the best, and which one you think it's going to be the best. Because like I said, if you have an Apple device, like a Mac Mini or an iPad or an Apple TV, I would get a DualSense. The Xbox will work with it too. I forgot to mention, the Xbox controller works with the Apple devices as well. Apple TV, Mac, iPad, iPhone, everything. Everything Apple, it will work with both. So I love both of these controllers. And if you have a favorite controller, I want to hear from you in the comments below. What is your favorite video game controller in this generation or any other generation? So first off, number one, what's your favorite video game controller between the Xbox or the PlayStation. You get to decide, and you put them in the comments below. And I would love to hear from you on your favorite controller. And yeah, so that's pretty much that at this point. So with that, everybody, that is going to do it here for this live stream of BPT audio live stream. The Xbox, well, should I say the controller showdown between the Xbox wireless controller versus the DualSense. And if you are new to the channel, well, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this audio live stream. And when you hit the subscribe button and you hit that notification bell, you'll be notified on whenever I upload a new video, or do a premiere, or when I do a live stream like this one. So if you enjoyed what you see, hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell for whenever I upload a new video or whenever I go live. So it's that simple. And of course, I am going to be posting stuff on my YouTube channel, so stay tuned for a upcoming post. And another thing too, guys, before I end the stream, I am going to be doing a, well, I want to, I'm going to be doing a very special live stream on February 25th, which is my 36th birthday. I am going to be doing a live stream, not only, you know, for my birthday, but also being on here for 15 years since I started this YouTube channel. 15 years, folks. 14 right now, but on February 25th, it's going to be 15. So I am going to be doing a very special live stream, and I'm going to talk to Chris Kennedy, my friend, which, by the way, if you want to listen to Chris Kennedy Plays His Hits, you can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon, and tell him that I sent you there, alright? And so that way you know about that. So I'm going to talk to him and see if he wants to help celebrate a huge milestone on Brandon Plumley Television, BPT. And then coming your way very, very soon, as soon as I can get the equipment, there's going to be a live stream of the board game, the Showdown game, the Showdown. It would be me versus Chris Kennedy versus Luke Jeffers, and I would like to get the fourth person to play this, but it can be very challenging. So we're going to be doing a showdown of Sorry on a live stream, so that'll be coming your way very soon here on BPT YouTube channel and all the amazing stuff. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to get on out of here because I'm going to get to work, and I'm going to be doing editing right now on PowerPoint for tonight's presentations on Wear 1. And I hope you guys have a great Saturday afternoon, and stay warm out there. And I just want to say this too, from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of me, We Miss Plum, I want to wish all of you guys a happy holiday, happy Hanukkah, and give the best Christmas gifts you can ever give to your friends and your loved ones, alright? So please do that, alright? So with that being said, I'm going to end the stream right here. And until then, I am We Miss Plum. Thank you all for tuning in on this very special live stream here on YouTube. And I will catch you here in the next one with another video and all the other great stuff coming your way on Brandon Plumley Television on YouTube. We Miss Plum, saying goodbye. And by the way, you can follow me on Blue Sky. I am on there as well, so check me out over there. And yeah, I'm all over the place of social media, so check me out. Alright, guys? And anyway, guys, I'm We Miss Plum, saying goodbye, and this will end this stream on YouTube. Thank you very much.